David Bailey was a concert pianist who knew the Queen Elizabeth and the royal family and taught the princess music. He was also a close favourite of Sai Baba for some years. He taught Sai students music and one day was approached by a number of them asking him to help them stop Sai Baba abusing them sexually. He investigated at length and was horrified at what he found.
I somehow became so close to Swami that for 3 years I was blind to what was going on because I had been told what everybody else had been told. And then after our marriage we became even closer and became part of what is termed the inner circle. And when we realized then, and we saw for ourselves what was going on, and realized that what other people who'd been close also had experienced and why they had left. And then when we did our world tour last year, it was disastrous, with so many things that we found. And we went back at Christmas to discover that everything that we had found was totally true. And as soon as we got back to England, we had the fraud squad from Scotland Yard, the British government Foreign Office, and the charity commissioners waiting for us with major investigations. We've proven fraud in some cases.
What is that?
Fraud is mishandling of money. And the other thing that we had discovered was this homosexual activity. To start off with, we believed was only, shall we say, Swami raising the kundalini within the student. This is what we were told. But then when we realized that it was not, and it was definitely not just Swami, well, I have to be open and honest, playing with the student and having sex with the student, but asking the student to actually make sexual acts on Swami, including oral sex. It was just ridiculous. And then the students at the college turned to me for help at Christmas, because this has been going on for years, which is why the assassination attempt occurred, because the students were absolutely sick of him making them do things they didn't want to do. And I am grown up in my attitude and realistic to realize that around the world many things happen between consenting adults. But when you are in a position of power as headmaster or teacher or guru or whatever you like, to make your student do things he does not wish to do is not acceptable. And also in England, as I believe it is too in Sweden, is illegal. And if Swami were in England, he would have been put in prison for 20 years. Now that is my problem, because at one of England's top preparatory schools for children from 5 to 13 years old, the royal family sent their children to this school, and I was suddenly made redundant. I lost my job, and they asked me to continue with my job part-time, only to teach in the classroom. No work in the evening. Even we had performed one musical, and they said, you may not attend the rehearsals, you can only attend the performance. Sorry?
Because of your connections with Baba?
Well, this I did not understand.
No, but now you...
But now I do, because he's listed as a paedophile. And around the world, I was seen with Faye to be going round speaking for Swami. Now, from my heart, this is not the case. But from the police, from the authorities, from many countries, they saw David and Faye, and other people too, going to speak for Swami. As a result, families would go out to Swami. Sons, the young men, would be sexually approached and come back. There was even one person in England that has committed suicide, and we have stopped another one, we pray, from doing so. But we were seen as agents. That we would be very charming, very nice, persuade people to go, because of my involvement with the college boys so closely. They thought that I was just a provider of his sex toys.
Yes.
And that now has ruined my career in England, because I have a record of being connected with him.